jump out.
Yep. All right, Stevie's jumping out for a bit. Smurf's taken over. Hang in there, guys. If you're just tuning in, got Papa Smurf coming in from the Queensland State titles, coming from Duranbah Beach. Semi-finals of the Pro Division in the water at the moment. This could be an exciting heat. Diego Barreros, hailing from the Gold Coast. Toby Ring, Kato Sato, and Jai Love. Yep. Whoa!
Alrighty, and we're back. Just in time for the semi-finals of the Convict Pro here today.
This is an incredibly loud headset, this one. I've just switched headsets, and if you're just tuning in, I'm Papa Smurf, and we've got Robert also here commentating for the Queensland State titles at Duranbah Beach.
We got a pretty stacked heat here with a couple different
Rider in red all the way through to the inside there with a completed roll. This is going to be an exciting heat to watch. Robert, what do you think? Is there, have you seen any of these competitors surf before?
Oh, I sure have. Diego's a champion from over in Chile.
Fair dinkum.
We've got Kato, who's always going up in for the titles in Japan.
Wow.
He took out the Gold Coast Bodyboard Club Opens. He beat Silas, myself and Grant last week.
Fair dinkum. How old is he? He looks like a bit of a young fella, is he?
I think he's 15.
15 years old in the Pro Division at the Queensland State titles. That's amazing. The guy's shredding. He just got a really good one right through to the inside section. Can you tell me a bit more about him? How's he been going? He's from Japan, you said.
Oh, mate, I've only met him just last weekend.
Rider in white with a decent roll.
That looks like who's that in the white?
Rider in white is Diego.
It is Diego. That looked like his style right there. He always goes for that big long one. Here he goes in the second section on it as well.
Rider in blue out the back as well. Toby Ring with a decent roll. That was a great wave from Diego right through to the inside section. These two riders, they look a little bit younger. It looks like it's benefiting him. They're managing to link these waves right through to the inside. At the moment, we've got Rider in yellow up and running. This is an exciting heat to watch. Rider in yellow, Jai Love.
Went for the flip but couldn't quite get back on. Man, there's already been heaps of action.
It's been exciting already. We've still got 17 minutes remaining. This is a 20-minute semi-final, this one, with 4 competitors in the water.
Yeah, no, Toby, I haven't seen him surf in quite some time, but he was surfing with us a fair bit in the last couple of years down here on the Gold Coast, but he's from Sunny Coast, and he's absolute shredder as well.
I've been keeping an eye on Toby on Instagram. I've seen some photos at one of his local reefs recently of an absolute cracker. We've had some great waves up there. It's been absolutely cooking lately. Everybody's been getting jealous because there's been some just amazing waves, you know, like the beachies and some of the reefs have just been really turning on. We had some really good swell recently up there, so.
Yeah, he loves those left-handers.
Oh,
He's
man,
all about it.
It's one of the really, really fun waves on the Sunshine Coast. It's a wave of consequence. It can get big and it can get heavy, but these guys like Toby Ring and Jai and all the other competitors from the Sunshine Coast know how to surf it so well. For such young competitors, like, they're very experienced, and you know, they just dominate the big waves and do well in competition as well, so good on them.
Oh, pretty spectacular maneuver from that longboarder that's off camera over there. Doing a big pop shove it.
Oh, wow. That's commitment for a longboard.
Yeah. Yeah, but my picks for this one are probably be between Diego and Kyoto, just because I've seen how explosive the both of them can be. Like
100%.
Diego's really good at flips, and it seems like Kyoto's really good at just linking up heaps of the movers on a wave.
There was another rider from Japan this morning. Do you remember who that was?
That was Hareto, I believe. And
Hareto, yeah. I've watched his heat. He was a rider in white, and he surfs so good as well.
He's exceptional.
Yeah.
He can. I think he took out the pro division here on D-Bar a couple of years ago, and it was only like a half a foot, and he took it out with an ARS. And
wow.
I didn't watch it, but everyone said it was the only ARS on the day. So
now I was talking to one of the photographers earlier, and they were saying he rides his bike 45 minutes to get on a bus, to get on a train at Southport, and then come all the way down here, then get on another bus just to come and surf D-Bar at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, the guy is so committed. He wants to be the first junior Japanese world champion, apparently, according to this photographer. That's his goal. So
is that Kyoto?
That's right, yeah. Oh, no, not Kyoto. The other Japanese competitor that was surfing this morning. Sorry, I haven't got his name here. Forgive me. He will be in here. Hayato. I could be confused with competitors.
You might be, because Kyoto's the 15. He's 15, and
yep.
He was telling me that he's always up against Hayato in Japan, and I think he's almost double his age. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was excited to see. Hopefully, nice big ARS, and couldn't get it around. That's a bit of a shame, but. Yeah, I'm keen to see if they end up going head-to-head today.
They're both surfing really good, you know, these Japanese competitors. Oh, beautiful roll there on a right-hander from the rider in red, Kyoto Sato. Hopefully I'm saying his name right there, Robert.
Hopefully. Yeah. He really puts the arms out and extends those rolls, gets everything he can out of them, and he kind of pops off it really hard. Like, I don't know. I've seen a few riders be able to do it, and he's just got that pop that gets him that extra little bit off the top of the wave.
I think it's a good thing. Me personally, I'm not a judge, but to me it looks good how you can get that projection. And another close friend of mine up on the sunny coast, Adam Keegan, I noticed he'll have that full arm extension when he does rolls, and I mean, it looks good. It seems to score him pretty well. He's had a pretty successful career in bodyboarding, Mr. Adam Keegan, and it's one of his traits when he is in competition. He's got that full arm extension on the roll. Kyoto, as you said, he's popping off and got that full arm extension, so it looks great. You know, hopefully it scores good for the judges.
I think the best thing about it is it puts him in that position to land on the wave and be able to link another Namuva straight in behind it. Like,
absolutely,
it's not just like that one-stop roll, like you do the big roll and you kind of have to go out to the flats and go straight and regain your momentum. You already got the momentum re-entering the wave, ready for another Namuva straight away.
Absolutely, as we've seen in his first his first wave I've seen, he managed to link it up right through to the inside and get a couple of combo moves, which has obviously worked well for him, because at the moment he is in the lead with a 10.66. Diego needs a 3.84 to advance into first position. In third position, we have Jai Love, and Jai needs a 3.94 to advance into second. Toby Ring at the moment is in fourth position, needs a 2.76 to advance, and a score of 5 to be first. Toby's only got one wave at the moment, and it's not a bad scorer. It would be interesting to see if he waits patiently and gets a second wave. It could definitely benefit him in the way of scores. He could jump right up into second or even first if he gets one good wave. It is a little bit tougher out there as the day goes on, but everybody's got to compete in the same conditions, so there's no favouritism out there, that's for sure. Everybody's got the same conditions to deal with, and good luck to all the competitors in the water at the moment.
I was speaking to Toby just before this heat, and he was saying he's pretty hungry for that prize money, so he's been a bit more selective than usual and taking those...
Here we go. Rider in white and blue up and running at the moment. Rider in blue with the roll and rider in white with the ARS. Wow, Diego is really turning it on.
He really nails those flips, doesn't he?
Can you tell me about the prize money? I haven't actually got wind of it. Is there much in prize money involved in the Pro Division on today's event?
Yeah, there's $2,500 that's up for all the categories. I'm not sure on the exact split, but that one's been put forward to us from Convict Bodyboarding. So they've put up the prize money and given us a nice, sweet new marquee in behind us. Like, donated that to the club so that we have another marquee to keep us all dry and out of the sun and out of the weather. So a big shout out to them for adding this Pro Division, helping add this Pro Division on today, and you know, putting forward that prize money, which brings in a lot of the big competitors that we're seeing. They get keen, and then the ones who just want to win against them, like soon as a few of the big ones get in, the other ones want to beat them. So it just ramps it up, and we filled up so quick for this event that people who are really keen on getting in it weren't even able to have a look in because it filled up so fast.
Yeah, big shout out to the sponsors like the guys from Inverted, Ben Wells and Convict Bodyboarding. They've been doing awesome things for the industry. Convict's just come along into the industry, and since they've been here, they've just made a huge impact with all the events with up on the Sunshine Coast with the Lindsay Connolly Memorial Pro and the Gold Coast Bodyboard Club and Sunshine Coast Bodyboard Club. They're helping out massively there. Like, the guys are absolute legends, and you know, it just makes a huge difference, brings in all those top competitors when there's a little bit of money, a bit of a dangle the carrot, you know, everybody wants a piece of the action, you know, and yeah, like you said, it just brings up the skill level massively when the sponsors are so generous, such as Convict Bodyboarding has been this year.
Yeah, for sure, and I can't wait to see more of it and see where it goes from here. It's just been progressing and everything's building up and moving forward, which is great to see for the sport. There's been a lot of new things happening in the last couple of years, and it's only going to make things better.
Hi, Mum. Now, Diego scored really well on that last one. At the moment, he's got a 7.57 and a 6.83 with a total of 4.4 to put him in the lead. Quieto Santo needs a 8.34 to be first. He's still got a 6.03 and a 4.63. If he gets one more big score, it's going to be hard to beat Diego's scores. He's up and running. We've got Toby at the moment, Toby Ring on a left-hander.
That double 360.
Double, was it? Oh, I missed the first one. Looking at the scores.
How was that ARS though? That was spectacular.
It was. It's like you said, there's very explosive bodyboarding from Diego and Quieto at the moment out here at the Duranbah State Titles, Queensland State Titles down here on the Gold Coast today. If you're just tuning in, thanks very much. Look forward to more of this live streaming. The guys from Absolute Streaming have done a really, really good job of just making this happen, and obviously the sponsors as well for helping make this happen and bringing it to you all live at the moment. If you're just tuning in, thanks very much. Share it with your friends, get amongst it and help out the industry, the bodyboard industry. It's only going to grow from here, and expect really good things. Thanks everyone.
So how long have we got left? Just under 7 minutes. Better let the competitors know where they're at. All right, competitors, we've just got 6.5 minutes. Diego's in first place with 14.4. In second place, Quieto needs a 8.38. Jai in third needs a 8.94. And Toby in fourth needs a 8.74.
Now I can see they're sort of sitting in the middle at the moment. The banks have gone really funny. It's made it tough. Like, the start of the heat was very explosive, but you can see from where we're sitting in the judges' tent here in the commentary table, there's a bit of a bank on the southern end, and obviously a few little waves coming in over on the northern end at Lovers. But this sort of feels like they're sitting in no man's land at the moment. I haven't seen very many waves coming through at the end of this heat, so hopefully we get a few more little sets and see some more explosive bodyboarding towards the end of this semi-final for the Pro Division.
That's the tough thing about Devo, is there's no specific spot where it's going to hit every time. you're going to have it here, there, and everywhere. That's why it's such a fun competition beach, because you've got so many good different waves that can be utilised. And yeah, like you said, it looks like they're going for that one that they've seen come through. But as soon as the sets lull out, you're gonna see the other banks be the options. So
yeah, it seems to shift around a little bit. Like it can change very quickly. Which is, like I said, it's the same conditions for everybody in the water. It's the luck of the draw. Obviously, skill has a lot to do with it. There's some very, very skilled. You can see them paddling now out the back. They're all paddling. Everybody wants a piece of this set coming through at the moment. Everybody is hungry for the win. You can see the determination in the way they're paddling for those waves out there at the moment. There's some very strong competitors. And they're getting very competitive. You can see it, how hard they're paddling to be on the next wave.
Yeah, they wanted this set, and it looked like it was starting off a paddle battle there, but it just one of them cooled off a little bit, I think.
It's it can be stressful, competitive bodyboarding, you know, when there's prize money involved, and these guys are all competent surfers, most of them with sponsors, and you know they're representing the brand well, representing the industry well. You know, great guys, great surfers. I love seeing them, you know, down here on the Gold Coast or up on the Sunshine Coast. The guys are just legends, you know. I actually seen Toby a couple of weeks ago. We had some cracking waves along the whole coast, and here we go. We've got Ryder in yellow going for this one. Ryder in yellow, Jai Love.
Not a bad section with a little innie.
He was lucky to get that. Yep. There hasn't been much happening within the last few minutes of the heat. But yeah, we are lucky to see Toby and Josh Whiting, some of the great photographers up the coast, and was surfing with Dave and Mr. Trims himself up on the coast. We scored some epic waves, and we were walking down the beach, and they've opened up Curramundi Lake, and it was so cool. There was Toby and all the boys getting some stationary waves up on our local there when they've opened up the lake. It's we've got a few spots up there. We've got 2A Lake at Caloundra and Lake Curramundi. When we get some rain, they sometimes will actually dig it out, or sometimes they'll get the machines in there to dig it out. We've got wider and right at the moment on a not a bad wave. Oh wow! Huge. That was pretty good. I think that will score good, that wave. Did he complete that one, Robert?
Yeah, it looked like he did, and he pushed and just kept going just enough.
Yep.
I kind of looked away because I was so excited, but I'm pretty sure he did. Oh, the mallow roller.
Oh, wow.
Mate, that ARS completely topped the last one. That was huge.
Jai.
Here we go. We got the replay on it. Boom. No, that
wasn't the replay.
That wasn't the replay. But that was sick. That was fully out the front of the wave and everything, and big rock shock when he landed.
That's explosive bodyboarding at its finest here at the Queensland State Titles at Duranbah. Presented by Convict Bodyboarding and Inverted Bodyboarding.
So the scores have been switched up now with Jai's wave before it, knocked Kyoto down in the third place.
Well, wait till the scores drop for that last one.
Yeah, it's dropped. That's a 9.33 for that ARS. That's huge.
Yeah, he's going to be hard to beat, I think. He's going to be very hard to beat, Mr. Diego. It's been some explosive bodyboarding in this heat. 9.33. That's big scores for these conditions. Like, you know, they're doing really well to provide such explosive manoeuvres in conditions that we've got at the moment. Like, these guys are the best in the game down here at the moment. And here we go.
Kyoto's on.
Ryder in red. Kyoto with a nice roll, completed roll.
Not quite what he was after for that one.
Little bit of buzzing. Oh, there we go. Can you hear me now? We've had a little bit of technical difficulties. I've actually had a little bit of time in the band industry myself before, and do a little bit of sound engineering at home, making my own music. So I know what it's like with, well, maybe not so much the multimedia side of things. These guys have got a huge setup down here for the absolute streaming. You know, they're doing a great job down here in the sand. It's a massive setup. They're doing such an amazing job, and thanks for helping me troubleshoot my microphone there. If I've been a little bit loud and a bit staticky coming up to then, I apologise. I try to have the best radio voice. I've got a good face for radio, they tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a compliment. I don't think it is.
Oh, mate.